Good morning. Do you like my fancy new countdown? So many new toys, things to learn. How is everybody doing? What a weekend we had. And you know, it was so nice because so many people stayed on the Sunday night. So we just really all kind of left yesterday morning. And so it was really great having a chat with everybody after they'd kind of had a good night's sleep and decompressed. It really was just a magical weekend. So obviously every festival we learn, and obviously I didn't have Kirsten there with me this weekend. So, you know, there was a few kind of admin issues, shall we say, but I just hope that everybody could see over the top of that and just enjoy the incredible people that were there to share the magic with them. And, you know, it's so interesting that what I really noticed this year was that the connections people make, of course I knew that, but, you know, Kenny Nielsen from the Polar Bear Club, he had his big Millport event the same day, which we won't do next year. We won't allow the events to clash. But what was really nice to see was the Kirtan Highlands boys and girls, they are singing in Millport and Kenny met up with these guys at the festival in Skye. So you can see people connecting, all these amazing nodes going out into the community and supporting each other and making these connections and bringing people together, because ultimately that's what it all comes down to, is us actually supporting and sharing the love and the magic of Scotland's wild medicine. And it comes in a myriad of forms. I think for us humans, it's the connection is hugely important, because so many times I take my community for granted because I've got so many people that think the same way as me, and that's really ultimately what it comes down to. If you're around people who kind of think and believe, you know, that nature is a good idea, that nature knows best, it certainly makes it easier than trying to convince people that, you know, the solutions are out there. And so it's really nice to be around people that truly believe that as well. But also you have to look and listen to people that are still kind of, I suppose, in the idea that they can't heal themselves, that they're powerless, because that's the way it seems to me. You're either into wild medicine and you realise you're powerful, or you're into the drugs world where you feel that you're powerless and that you need help. And maybe you do need help for a while. But what we see at the festival is more and more people coming along that are getting excited, really, really excited about the movement. And that is just an absolute joy to watch. Good morning, Lorraine. How you doing? You decompressed? So yeah, it's in so many levels. The sun was out, which is obviously a huge help. So everybody was really bright. I love the dancing. I mean, everybody that knows me knows I was a hardcore party animal back in the day. And I still like to party now and again. I just don't do it nearly as often as in every Saturday night. So dancing and singing and having fun is really, really important for me. And I also think as a kind of umbrella company for all the amazing stuff that's happening in Scotland, there's something for everybody, you know, and that's what it has to be. There is absolutely no one size fits all. And, you know, maybe you start thinking, well, let me try breathing. that the big breathe at 1 o'clock on the Sunday is always my favourite thing. You know, it's just like, it's so powerful having all these people breathing together. It's just incredible to watch. And people come out like going, oh my God, like I did, you know, like whatever many years ago when I discovered it. You want to tell people, try this, it's amazing. And you see the difference in people and they want to share that, because like, if I have found a way to feel better and I'm not willing to tell you about it, it's kind of crazy. But it's amazing how many people have that experience and then don't tell anybody, because it's quite private. It's quite, I suppose, spiritual in a way, because it's like if you take plant medicines, you open up to this other world. And it was interesting. A guy actually said, instead of seeing it in here, you see it out there. Now, that's really difficult to explain unless you've had that massive expansion with breathwork or plant medicines. You will not probably know that's there. You might see it in your dream world. But breaking through, my big passion, obviously, of letting go, but really now is that really, truly dropping into the power of heart coherence and how that epicenter, that alchemic epicenter of our body, is moving through the toroidal field, the torus field, moving energy through. And when we're in connection with nature, when we're in the light, when we're in the smells and the sounds, the aromatherapies from the trees, down at that sauna and the holiday park, the smell of the woods, oh my God, I love it. So when all of that energy is flowing through you, the very energy that moves the moon, the planets, all of that, it's crazy how awesome it is. It fills you with awe at the magic of that and all that wild medicine is doing. And it's myriad of forms. Of course, the plants we can see that. We can eat certain things. We can put things in our mouth that will change our chemistry, that will change how we feel. And we know that. And there's plants that will do that. And a lot of drugs, obviously, most of them come from plants and trees and herbs and spices. So it's incredible. But what my side of it, and I'm so excited that Claire Houlihan is going to be at the Strontian Festival. Kenny, good morning, darling. Your event looked amazing as well. And Kenny Nielsen from the Polar Bear Club is going to be in Strontian as well. We've got a phenomenal lineup. And, you know, Juliet, the artist, who's also coming, doing that amazing art workshop, she said it's like that's her 4th festival now, and she said it's just like you're meeting the same people. There's new people coming in, and there always will be. They don't have to have a big brand name. For me, a lot of the people that come and present at the festival, they're real, they're true, and I love to give people a platform that I know are working from their heart, because that's the only thing that matters. The information from books and courses and podcasts is great. But when you start to tune in to that unified field and you start getting information that puts you right out your comfort zone, do this, say this, you know, that's for me where the magic is. I don't care about degrees, PhDs and postcodes and handbags and any of that stuff. It's you can feel when somebody is actually like, oh, there is a divine intelligence flowing through that being. That's where it's at. That is what I am passionate about. And, you know, we had some very emotional and sad talks with Alex Watt and John, both in tears on the stage. And obviously, you know, I've been personally affected because my brother's been so unwell due to the COVID vaccine. That is not a subject people want to look at. Nobody wants to talk about that. But we're talking about it because we have to get it out, to be heard. Feel it to heal it. We know this. And Jason from Stone of Scotland, he blew me away with his talk. Everybody was amazing, so I'm not singling him out. I'm only singling him out because I'd never heard him talk before. And it was about clothes. How can you make that fascinating? Well, he did. It was so, and how he connected it. And it's, you know, exactly what Neil McEnroy did, back down to us, the people. What are we going to do about it? Because we've done enough complaining, blaming and shaming, talking about all the things that are wrong. We know what's going on. We know about the grooming gangs. Most of us do anyway. Certainly the people that will come to the festival will have a lot of awareness of the dark. The dark, which, you know, I heard a great saying, it's not to break you, it's to awake you. It's not the breaking, it's awakening. So this is what's happening now. That pain, that kind of taken to the dark night of the soul with the horrible things that are happening. And then going to the festival and seeing all the love around and the incredible, incredible things that we did. And Sharon Tate and I did the opening on the Friday, and we had everybody there, and it was hypnotherapy, meditation. She took us in to a state of receivership. And then I come in with Suk Suk Flow, which is going to blast you into another dimension. There's no other way to say it. You do that breath work, you're going somewhere else, and you will feel that feeling of bliss. And really, everything I'm talking about, if you're not in coherence, you're not in flow. The energy, that your Taurus field can't flow, the energy can't flow, and you're not going to be getting that divine inspiration. You're not going to be hearing your intuition. And your conscious mind, my conscious mind included, will say, maybe you better not do that. Whereas when I go in here, I have to feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's what has to happen. We all have fear coming in, and especially when it comes around, this is how you should do it. No, this is how you should do it. What courses have you done and all that? And it's not about that. Even when you watch Terence Howard and Joe Rogan and Eric Weinstein, I'm looking going, Terence is coming through his heart. Joe is too, I think. Eric Weinstein, he's coming from learned academia. And this is the phenomenal place that we are going. And this is what I love about it. Every single one of us, regardless of postcode, income bracket, whatever school you went to, whatever restaurants you ate on, whatever it is that you've been judging people by, this changes everything. This is a collective equality that comes from us going into coherence. And a big part of that is dropping judgment. As soon as you start to judge, what happens? You go out of coherence. And for me, that's the science backs this up now. So instead of just going, do not judge, thou shalt not judge, thou shalt not. It's like, well, here's what happens when you do. And then it's a choice, right? Coherence or discordance. Coherence, incoherence, coherence, fear. It becomes a choice. And how do we do that? How do we as humans? I'm looking at Kenny's incredible event, and I just feel my heart expanding. A wee bit FOMO because I wanted to be there, but we're working on that for next year. Bringing the groups together, working. We cannot allow anybody to separate us, because this Heal Scotland movement is about us changing the trajectory round. Changing the health trajectory. It's moving already. We're like this huge big cruise ship. We're just like, well, what? We could go over there. And it's not happening on a heartbeat, but it's happening. How do we know? Look at the social media. People want to berate it. That's how we're getting the message out. We filmed that festival at the weekend. Huge thanks to John Watt, who's really been struggling with his own health in the last few weeks, but he was so excited about what we're doing and what we're saying. It's not just about the vaccine injured. It's about everybody that comes to me. Usually they've had chemo, radiation and surgery. Or often it's antidepressants, antipsychotics, etc. And it's not worked. Now, if it has worked for you, brilliant. I'm not saying it doesn't work for everybody. If it worked for you, amazing. But there's some people it doesn't work for. So regardless of what medication you've taken, if it's changed your body, changed how you felt, that's generally speaking why people come to me personally. But why you would come to Heal Scotland is like, there's got to be a better way to do this. And there was an amazing poet was talking about, Mother Nature, she's whispering now, come back to me. Come back to me. I think her name was Adrian. I met her. She was amazing. She's had this poem, which you'll see. And I love that because it's like Mother Nature's whispering. She's shouting, come back to me, come back to me. There is incredible things and groups all over our country, and that is what we need. And we do not want to compete with each other, because demographically we need these things going on in every single community. And we need to be teaching other people to do it. John Angus said to me, he said, you need to teach people how to do what you're doing. My big passion is letting go. And my breath work adds all of that in, and my understanding of physics, which is so, and I don't know sometimes what's going to come out my mouth, as I know a lot of people don't, because I get right into that zone of like, come on, please wake up to your power. You're so powerful. The body's so amazing. How can I make you see it? And I said to my brother, is there any way I could have given you the information about the vaccine, about not to take it? Is there anything I could have said or done? Could have done it differently to convince you not to take it? And he said no. So now I'm just thinking, well, that was just, let me just frame that as the biggest wake-up call ever. And very often that's how it comes. It's a trauma, right? And everybody's had trauma. So whether your trauma is sexual abuse, whether your trauma is verbal, domestic abuse, whether it's a pharmaceutical, whether it's a treatment that's gone wrong, whether it's a betrayal, whether it's an accident, a car crash, whatever, or people close to you getting hurt, because that really happens as well. It doesn't really matter what the trauma is. Where do we go from here? And we are very much about looking forward. Okay, all that's happened. Can we unhook from that story? And can we allow our hearts to open, even with the fear of it getting battered about again? And can we really, really, truly love each other? Even if we don't agree with the way messages are being passed on. Because really, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? There's about a million different diets you can eat. There's a million different ways to get cold. There's a million different ways to do yoga. There's all of these things. It's not a competition. It's horses for courses, I think the saying is. So we need to really, and when you're in that stress state, you're going to see them and us. That's how it works. Them and us. And when you move into these higher vibrations, you realise, oh, we're all in this together, and we're all walking home together, wherever that is. And we're all going slightly different directions in different ways. And I know when I was 40, I had different beliefs than what I have now, nearly 65. I love this age because I'm very comfortable in my own skin, and I'm really, really spending a lot of time tuning in to how I want it to be and to the information that's coming through me, because I am on a mission to wake people up to how powerful they are. And people want to bring you down. It's so funny. I put a video on TikTok of the disco. My pal Steesh, big up, came and DJ'd for us on Friday night. It was a brilliant night. The music was amazing. And put a wee clip up, and oh my God, all the bots on TikTok saying things. It was quite funny. No shower gel. I bet no shower gel got harmed at this event. I bet that tent stunk of BO. And just all sorts of, how many mushrooms did you eat and all this. And, I'm all for everything. There's not a lot of alcohol at the festival, but I'm happy to have a beer or a wee whiskey or whatever you like at night to dance. That's not for everybody, but it is for some, and it's all welcome. Enjoy yourself the way you enjoy. That'll change in years to come, or it might not. Everything's welcome. We're not doing separation. We are adult humans, and we can take it the way we want. And why do we want to bring people down? What is that about? It's so interesting. This is not the way to do it, and use that. And it's that them and us thing, like we're a bunch of hippies. But in actual fact, you've got a lot of very well educated people wanting to share how they got well, because every single person that was on that stage in that kitchen got better without pharmaceutical drugs, and that is what drives them. And they want to share their stories with you, because we believe that these ideas are worth sharing. So yeah, it was a phenomenal. So guess what I want to do next year? I'm talking to Malky about this, and we're just looking at dates, is to have a wellness week in the run up to the festival. So we take the pods on the first level, and therapists can go rent a pod for the week, and they can do their private sessions out of there. So you can come hang out in the sauna, because I get it. It's full on, and people want to complain there's too much on, and there's this, that. Tough. That's the way it's going to be. That's what festivals are about. Loads of things that are on. Not everybody wants to go every single thing. We need to have a choice, and it needs to be value for money. And we're giving platforms to as many people as we can, so that you can learn. This year we got the talks recorded, and that's going to be a thing, even if I have to just do it on StreamYard. So you'll be able to access the talks afterwards if you didn't manage to get to them at the festival. But I'm not apologising for having too many things on, no way. But what I do understand is the sauna time, there's not a lot of downtime. And that's why I thought, well, if we have a wellness week, people can be in their little pods with their own private sessions. And then we can run up to the festival, which will be exactly the same way as it was this year. Loads of stuff on, people out and doing what they want. They'll be dancing, there'll be the Ceilidh. I love the Ceilidh. Oh my God, it's so fascinating to watch, because even when you're knackered on a Saturday night People just, they cannot sit down. And it is so, so funny. We're all like, especially that Orcadian Strip the Willow at the end, absolutely howling, laughing. And big shout out to my friend Linda, who came up with her husband and her 3 adult children, and they gave it laldy, joining in. I mean, you're turning about and you're like, it's so good for you. It ticks so many health boxes of Kaylee, and I'm like, Kaylee Revival. And it's cardio, it's a workout, it's fun, it's social, brilliant for your brain, brilliant for your heart, brilliant music. Archie McAllister again, phenomenal fiddler. So yeah, we just had an absolutely brilliant time, and it's going to grow and grow and grow. If you are a presenter, a leader, a healer, if you do one-to-ones and you would love to get involved, please send me an email. Don't do it in any socials, just email so I can keep it all together. Lilia@healscotland.com. And if I send you a form to fill in, that means that you're in. I don't want to duplicate, so there may be a reason why I can't give you a space, but we're up in Strontian on the 10th to the 12th of October. I'm going to Stonehaven next week to look at a venue there. I'm going to be down at my friend Stephanie Campbell's place, Hobbs, in the Borders. So we're just in the process of putting dates in. I'm heading to Loch Allen to Clare tomorrow. So yeah, we're going to be, there's loads and loads of plans, and obviously Scotland's Wild Medicine Retreat. I'm excited in October that Clare's going to be our first festival since she created the brand Scotland's Wild Medicine. So she is amazing if you've not met her yet. She's Scotland's Barbara O'Neill, and everybody's like that. You going to Barbara O'Neill? I'm like, no, I've got Clare. Barbara O'Neill's amazing. I love what she's doing, but I've got Clare Houlihan. She is our version of it. As is Jean Dow, who was in Skye. We've got our own homegrown absolute gems of wisdom, diamonds in our beautiful rough land. So yeah, I'm not going to blab on anymore. Just thanks, a huge heartfelt thanks to everybody who came and everybody who supports me and has my back. It's it can be challenging, especially when it's getting filmed and you've got speakers in, and then things inevitably change at the last minute. And I didn't have my social media expert, so Sash, with me this weekend, but she's definitely going to be in Strontian. So I don't know how you say it, Strontian or Strontian. I usually say Strontian. Anyway, Arundel, another beautiful spot. So we're going to have Strontian Village Hall, and we're going to have Arundel. So we'll have talks and we'll have the hall as well. And I don't know if you know if there's a Ceilidh band around there that we can get, which is also because we have to keep the Ceilidhs going. And we're looking at doing Ceilidh lessons, which I think that'll be very fun. But maybe I think it's funnier to see people that can't do it. Anyway, and Juliet's going to be there with the art workshop. Kenny at the Polar Bear Club is going to be there. And before I forget, I'm going to be at the Polar Bear Club for the very first time, believe it or not, on the 1st of May. It's the Thursday night. 7 o'clock is the big Thursday night in. So it's always a big night anyway. So I'm going to obviously introduce those of you who have not experienced Suk Suk Glow. I'm going to be there with the Suk Suk Glow, Heal Scotland's signature breathwork. So please, again, you can do me the biggest favour to help get the word about Heal Scotland movement out. We're the umbrella for all the incredible things that are going on all over Scotland. Let us know if there's things that I don't know about yet, people I don't know about. Let's get this network as loud, bring the noise, and let's get as much energy around this as we possibly can. And let's collaborate and let's get into coherence together, because that's energetically how it's going to work. That's how we're going to lift the veil. That's how we're going to vibrate out of suffering and separation. That is how we get the job done. So thank you, everybody, and I hope to see you at an event somewhere. So please like, share, comment, send me testimonials, real people telling real people stories about how you've been helped, either coming on the festivals or the retreats up in Skye. And the other thing I wanted to say was, like John always talks about the cost, because, the money thing I never really think about it too much. But that in Tarbert, the early bird ticket was 99, and I think actually it went down to 79 with a coupon. And then you can get a pod if you share for 40 quid a night. So that's like a mini retreat for 150 quid. And you get into that beautiful Tarbert Park. So we're looking, at this wellness week idea. Let me know what you think about that. Kaz, yin. Kenny, yin. Lorraine, yin. I just think that'd be a beautiful idea. So we have this slowness and the relaxation, and we can utilise the sauna in a much better way. And just the bird song there, and the river and the sea. And Sue's made the labyrinth, so it's just such a perfect, beautiful, relaxing space. And then you get the kind of craziness of the festival, which I like. This is the Heal Scotland's Wild Medicine Festival. It's a festival. It's a festival of celebration. It's got everything in it. So, but I think I do like the idea of, having the kind of calmer week first. Lorraine, you're in. A free course for vaccine injured and chronic CLEL, no experience quote. Yes, lovely, Kaz. Fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, so come with me, ideas. Yeah, I know somebody messaged me and said the admin was a bit messy. I put my hands up to that. And to be honest, I don't really care anyway. But I do know that some people do care. So help sort all that out. We didn't have signs because everybody's on their phone anyway, looking at the programs. So yeah, there's small things like that we will address. And we're hoping Malky is going to put a dome on for next year, so we'll have a dedicated workspace. It's a work in progress, but really what I need is people that just embrace the opportunity and love it and get behind me and have an amazing event and then shout about it from the rooftops, because this is not about me. This is about Scotland. This is about our children, our grandchildren. And this is about having a lot more joy flowing through that heart, flowing through these cells, and having an absolute ball together. And that's what we did at the weekend. We had a ball. Same in Skye. It's a village hall. It's rustic. I love that. I like rustic. We'll be doing more bespoke things, but the harsh reality is the more princessy we get, the more expensive it gets. So we are going to have a variety of things. And you know how I like free things. You want to come, you want to get involved, you can do some kind of energy exchange. If you're not well enough to do that and you just want to sit in a chair and absorb it all, just let me know. Nobody gets excluded. And if you're an amazing practitioner that's a wee bit scared, come on, come forward. What can you do? If you've got an event, if you've got an Airbnb you could give us for the vax injured and the chronically sick, we'll probably open it up now as well, because it's just people that are not getting served by the allopathic system. And we know we can help. 100% we can, just to help shift that mindset from I am powerless to I am powerful. And maybe, it's because I was talking to my friend about this, maybe at some level it's just actually being okay with the way the body is in this moment and being at peace with that. It might not be exactly where you want it to be, but just for now, can you allow it to be the way it is and give it a bit of love and gratitude? Because it'll be healing and you'll not even know, because you'll not feel it. You might not believe it, but it will be. And as soon as you stop squirting cortisol and adrenaline into it, put your laptops and all your devices down at 9 o'clock at night, allow it to sleep properly, put some nice nutrition into it that will push the bad stuff out, you're going to feel better, for sure. Scotland's Wild Medicine. So thank you. I feel very, very grateful today, and I'm excited to go to Lochalan. I'm really hoping John Angus is going to be down there. And yeah, let's collaborate. You got groups. Come on, let's get together. Let's move this movement. I gave your details to groups. Thank you, Maria. Yeah, and I'm up for talking, as you probably noticed. I will rock up anywhere I'm invited if my dates are free. This is something that I am so passionate about. Joanna McVicker, diagnosed with leukemia when she was 15. That's what set me off in the journey. Daniel Walsh died a year past in November. Got me even more determined. I can't guarantee people will survive diseases, but I'll make bloody sure they have the best possible chance. So we need the education, we need the pop-up healing centres. If you've got a place and you're willing to donate it for a week or a fortnight, please let me know. But we also need a place where people can come and learn and be. So many people live alone now and don't have support. And John Watt's very clear about that. His mum and his partner, Kerry Lee, looked after him. There's people go through that and didn't have anybody to look after them. So it's our job. I'm in 100%. Love you. Have a great time and give Claire my love. Yeah, and listen, are you coming to Strontian? Let me know, Strontian. Let me know and I'll send you a form. And if you're in for Tarbert next year. Okie dokie, guys. Mwah. Huge love.